Alrighty then, here we are, another wonderful morning. I have managed to stay ahead of my release schedule. I was a day ahead yesterday, but I uploaded 2 things yesterday, which means this morning I am still a day ahead, but I'm maintaining. And I didn't have as much time after work to do uploads and such because my family was over, which was fine, but that's why I did not get to do what I had intended to do. I'm going to start doing some advertising on my new video types now. See if those start to get me some level of traction, and just kind of go from there. My buddy, who is experiencing a pretty decent amount of success right now on the platform, Instagram, I'm referring to Instagram, not whatchamacallit. He is, his content is very consistent, and it's very clear what his content is about. It's him painting stuff, and he sells his paintings, and I feel like that is a very palpable project or product to have on Instagram. And it's hard to do that with writing. Like, there's no real exciting way to show yourself writing on a visual platform. And so my platform has been more or less without a direction for a while, and I can't ignore the fact that most everybody says that you've got to stay in your niche, you've got to keep your direction going, you got to keep things clear so that people, when they come to your channel, you know what it's about. And like, to the same end, like, I watch a lot of channels, especially in this kind of just talking to the camera niche, that doesn't really have a clear, like, this is what this channel is about. If I were to try to explain to somebody what Dry Creek Wrangler School is about, I would have a hard time doing that. If I were to try and explain to somebody what Sam Sulek's channel is about, his is a little more focused, but not that much more. And so it's just interesting to me because I'm caught in this web. And like, I'm convinced that Instagram has just stopped showing my videos to anybody, because when I release them naturally and I don't bother with promoting the video, it doesn't even get 100 views anymore. Like, it's very bad. And so it's like, what am I doing wrong? Do I just scrap the account and start over? Like, that's what I don't understand enough about the algorithm. Like, if the algorithm has given up on you, do you just have to start over with a fresh algorithm that it maybe possibly won't hate? I don't know. But I'm starting to feel the same way about the YouTube channel too. It's like, I've been on YouTube now for a little while. I've uploaded well over 100 videos. People say to give yourself at least 100 videos before you start gaining any sort of significant following, and I have not gained anything since having seriously started trying to do this. And I don't know if I'm just not doing something right. Are these videos realistically that bad that, like, there's not a single person out in the world who cares to listen to them? And I feel like what I need to do, so I've been cracking down more seriously on Compression Man, and I think what needs to happen is I need to maybe focus my channel around that and like the creative process that goes behind making it. And maybe that is something that I can like pivot away from writing and mostly away from all the other stuff that I'm doing, and film the creative process of me creating Compression Man and let that be let that be the driving factor of my channel, and hopefully that can do something good for me. And so essentially what I'm saying is I'm trying to find a focus for the channel and for the content and for Instagram, and I think that focus is going to be Compression Man moving forwards. It is a artistic and visual project that I can make videos around the creative process behind it, and for that I think it'll be best for me to promote myself, and it promotes Compression Man, and with any luck it'll promote something else too. And so hopefully I'll be able to get a better focus when I get Compression Man running around, and I'll need to start recording, like I said, like the making of videos for Compression Man, and then put that together into Instagram skits, and we'll see from there how it goes. There's only one thing to do, and that's to try. But yeah, I think I'm gonna move my focus, or I'm gonna start to focus, because I feel like that's the biggest thing right now, is I haven't even focused anything, realistically speaking. I've just been getting in my car and talking to you guys about whatever I feel like talking about, and then the Instagram videos are kind of all over the place. And like part of my problem is like I'm a multifaceted individual. I have several interests in this life, and to make my channel or my platform singly about the only one thing is very difficult. And so I want you all to understand like who I am as a whole. And I've heard a lot of good advice about promoting yourself as an author, especially a fiction author. And they say that most of the time people are out to buy material because they like you for who you are. And that is what in turn makes them interested in your work. But if, for example, they don't know who you are, then they're less likely to be interested in your work. And so, like I said, hope maybe the social media portion of me needs to be more focused on Compression Man. And I think that'll be something that people will probably be more interested in. And so it's like when I create an episode, I just need to be consciously aware that I am filming every aspect of that creative process, so that I can make that the new thing. And so that's probably what I'll do. I uploaded my first Compression Man related video it'll hit Friday, because I just now started kind of cranking that engine again. And so as I create things for Compression Man, I will make videos around it and upload those to Instagram, and hopefully that will get me a new fresh fan base, and hopefully that'll get people interested in the channel, and hopefully it'll give me enough focus to where people are focused. And then there's, of course, my actual YouTube channel, which is going to be flooded with these me talking to the world videos. And if people come to my YouTube looking for Compression Man, are they actually going to be able to find him? And it's like it's a bit of a challenge that I've faced for a while now, in that I have such a variety of content that I don't know that if people came to my channel, they would be able to easily find what they're looking for. And I use playlists to separate those things out. So if you came to my channel looking for Compression Man, you go to the Compression Man playlist, and boom, there it is. But if you come to my channel and you see a bunch of videos of me driving to work and become overwhelmed by that and turn away, that's unfortunate. But it's an interesting thing. No matter what you do with it, you just got to make the most of what you got and don't stop. But I think, like I said, I think pivoting to a Compression Man oriented channel, both on Instagram and on well, not necessarily YouTube. YouTube will remain what it is now, which is kind of my catch-all for all my creative adventures. But Compression Man will live on YouTube, and so if Instagram is driving people to want to go watch Compression Man, then hopefully that will get my traffic going. And when I get Compression Man more sorted, like maybe when I get at least like 3 episodes in or so, I'll probably start to start to do a Patreon to try and help fund Compression Man. It's not like the most expensive thing in the world, but I watch a lot of Joel Haver, and he has had an intense amount of success on Patreon. Like, he was making, the last time I looked at it, which was probably a year or so ago, because it was the last time I was working on Compression Man. I wanted an in, because I was hoping to have him featured on the channel. But the last time I looked, he was making like $5,000 a month. And I was like, that's pretty good money, bud. I'm looking now, and he has doubled it. He's making $10K a month. And I was like, that is insane in the men brain, bud. And so, unfortunately, what that means is he's probably so popular now that I doubt he would take the time to voice a character in my little old animation. But he does do a lot of that kind of stuff and tries to give back to the community as much as humanly possible. And so I will still ask him and see what happens. But in order for me to do that, I need to be a bit more present on his channel and in his Patreon page and all that. And so that's a lot of it, is just being more present. And so at any rate, hopefully I can start moving in a good direction with Compression Man, and I can start getting an Instagram following for Compression Man, and we can start really kind of doing more of that and getting more and more people involved with that, and then just kind of going from there. Oh, I don't know. It's an interesting world that we live in, and hoping that I can find some level of success in it is both steep and not steep at the same time, if that makes sense. And like I said, I have my hands dipped in so many different things that I don't really know. And it's like, how do I convert my Compression Man fans into novel fans, if that's the one that picks up? Like I said, the books are proving to be hard because it's not a visual medium, and like it's very difficult to get people to care and be like, oh my gosh, I like this book. And so there is a guy on Instagram who is an author, and he seems to be doing really well for himself. He's got like 10,000 followers already. And I feel like he had like 600 when I first started following the guy. And so what I don't know is like, and that's the thing, is like, the cynical part of me is like, oh, is he just hiring people to follow him? Like, he's getting a bunch of bots on his channel so that people will pay attention to him? Or is it like legitimate? Because like one of his posts did go over 1 million followers and or get over 1 million views. So like, is he really getting that much attention? And then with that attention, is he really is it driving any sales for him? Because like I kind of pay attention to him, but I don't pay that much attention to him, and I just realized that I am driving to the wrong hospital. Oh, Lordy B. I get stuck in my habitual ways, but I've got to go to an entirely different hospital. And so that's all right. I will adjust. At least I figured it out now before I drove like super far beyond where I needed to be. At any rate, you guys will get to see me for a little extra today because I took the wrong exit. Anywho, yeah. So, yeah. And that's the direction that I'm going to take at least the Instagram content. I had this like really fun Will It Shazam skit that I was doing on Instagram. I bought a gramophone, and I was, as I play the music from the gramophone, I see if Shazam will pick it up, and then go on from there. And so that's been kind of interesting. We'll see what, I'll probably try and keep doing that just for like the sake of variety. Like if I upload a video every day, it's going to be probably difficult for me to upload a video every day and stay relevant in terms of where am I going with this? It's gonna be difficult for me to upload a video every day and stay relevant, like if it's all just Compression Man content, like in the making of Compression Man. So I'm being realistic right now. Like I haven't devoted very much time to the making of. I'm just trying to get it animated. And it's weird. I took this side road to cut through town and get to the part of the hospital or the actual hospital that I need to be going to, and I do not recognize this side road at all. I feel like I've done this before. I feel like this isn't the first time I've taken this road to where I need to go, but it does not seem familiar to me at all. And I'm not great with directions, and I'm nervous behind the wheel, and so whenever I take a shortcut or a different route, I'm always like, oh my gosh, should I do something wrong? Am I going the wrong direction? But okay, this came out about where I expected it to come out. I just don't remember the in-between route at all, which is weird because like I said, I swear I've done this a couple of times now. Is this where I expected it to come out actually? I think so. Yeah, this is where my first car lost its life. But it was on the other side of the intersection at the time. Anywho, yes, so, yes, what is it? Yeah, I think that'll be a good direction. Like I said, I see a lot of people, a lot of artists who, and the thing is, like, a lot of them are trying to sell something. It's usually a physical product. Like, there's a lot of, I love these, like, rug artists who make rugs, and they'll cut out these rugs, and they'll make designs with them, and they're really cool. And I was gonna buy a Gengar rug that I saw online that I really liked, but the dude, it kept telling me that the payment was failing, but I know for a fact I had enough money in there, so I don't know if there's something going on, because when the first time it happened, he acted like it happens to him frequently, and he had me try his girlfriend's PayPal, and the same thing happened, and I was like, dude, I don't know what's going on here, but I can't pay you, which unfortunately means I can't get a rug from you. And but I feel like if I have an Instagram account that's all dedicated to the making of Compression Man, and people start to pay attention, people start to take notice, people start to like it, then I will, and like what I'm advertising for at that point is free. Like, I'm not going to charge people to watch Compression Man. And so at that point, it'll hopefully drive them closer to the content. And then if they see fit, they will donate. And the thing with the donations that gets interesting is the fact that, let's see, where am I going with that? The thing with the donations that is interesting is the fact that, oh lordy B. Oh, you gotta offer people unique rewards. That's one thing that people do on Patreon that I don't like. There's a culture of people who feel like your fans should pay for your material because it's the right thing to do. And they're not wrong, but as someone who pays and or doesn't pay for things, like, it's very hard to motivate people to pay for something that the rest of the world is getting for free. Like, I follow a lot of backyard wrestling companies on YouTube, or at least I used to at one point in time. I pretty much only follow 2 anymore. But some of them will go down the route of Patreon. And I like to support these people financially and to make them know that they're appreciated. But to the same end, I don't have, I'm not gonna pay for something that the whole world gets for free. Like, their regular scheduled programming, it's entertaining, I watch it. But like, the rest of the world is entertained by that and watches it for free. So why would I pay $10 a month for something that the whole world gets for free, is what I'm saying. And yes, it's the right thing to do. You should give back to the people who create content that you find valuable. And I think that that is something that a lot of people shy away from, or do not properly participate in, or don't understand or see. But it's like, entertainment is not seen as valuable in society. It hasn't been for a while. And so when people ask you to pay for it, they're like, oh my gosh, are you insane? And it's this whole thing. But at any rate, it's been 22 minutes. I'm still technically right on time. But I appreciate your guys' sitting around talking. Hopefully I didn't bore you half to death. Hopefully my new round of content is more up your alley. And goodbye.